For classic matches, just like the World Cup videos, why not go to patreon.com/drunkredhead. Hello and welcome once again to Drunk Redhead Kinda Live. It's that show that I do every now and then where I go through all the things the Drunk Redhead loves: football, wrestling, games, music, in no particular order apart from music, which will always be on last. It's like the main event, if you will. Now, I normally have to make an excuse for putting some music on in front of you, and that's what I'm going to do now. I want to put some music on in front of you and get acquainted with my hashtag #FuckTonOfNotes. So, while I do that, you can enjoy Ward 16 with Toybox Kinda Live at Bloodstock 2017.
Took its head came up, so it just threw it away. Then I got myself something pretty perfect in every way. Then I opened up my toy box and my doll didn't want to. Still want to play. Still want to play. Still want to play. Still want to play. On a string, and it was so entertaining when you did such horrid things. I just couldn't help myself, it made me want to see you go. When you lived, what you touch your mom was the most beating of the throat. Turn to me and say you've had enough of these rotten games. How about it? Look you in the toy box, beg me to go out and play. Come out and play. Come out and play. Look at the fun that we had. No matter around them blind, so we go wine and find dime, but we reveled in the aftermath.
Scream for me, Bloodstock! We're Ward 16, we're from Preston, we're very honoured to be here.
As previously stated, that was Ward 16 with Toy Box Kinda live at Bloodstock 2017. If you want to check out that full set, head over to their YouTube and it's all there and it's all awesome. And to get there, there's probably a link on their Facebook, which is facebook.com/Ward16. That's Ward XVI, because it's in Roman numerals. And a link, of course, will be in the description below. We're going to start this one off with wrestling because it is that time of year. It's Royal Rumble time, and this year there is some extra Royal Rumble for you because they've added a women's match too. So you've got a 30-man men's Royal Rumble and a 30-woman women's Royal Rumble, and I cannot wait because I love Royal Rumbles. In fact, I've literally been watching every Royal Rumble ever just in the past few weeks. I've got 7 left to go through before the Royal Rumble. That's like 2 days. I can do it because what else is there to do except make videos, I suppose. Yes, but let's talk about this year's event. Who's going to win? Let's start off with the women's one. It's probably going to be Asuka. There we go, settled that. Also in the running though is probably Sasha Banks, I expect, and maybe Bayley. I suppose you should mention a SmackDown one too. Becky Lynch, probably with a shout. But Asuka is probably the most obvious one that's going to win. Or, if rumours are correct, Ronda Rousey, all the way from the UFC. If that happens, it'll probably be a bit of a mark-out moment. I expect she'll pick number 30 because she's probably going to be a right rookie and needs to spend as little time in the ring as possible. Either way, I'll be happy. The men's one, on the other hand, there's a lot of choice. Randy Orton could become only the second person to win 3 Royal Rumbles. I hope not though, because that would be just boring. Woken Matt Hardy? No, that's never going to happen. Shinsuke Nakamura seems to be the favourite, and I would very much like that because then we'll get AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania, and face it, everybody wants that. Although we all know it'll be behind Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns because Vince doesn't like you. The other option obviously is Roman Reigns winning the Rumble. I don't think they'll do that in Philadelphia again. They did it last time it was in Philadelphia and they shat all over him and they shat over The Rock afterwards, and I don't think The Rock was happy about that. Either way, it's going to be a good one. This past Monday was Raw 25, the 25th anniversary of Monday Night Raw, and it was decent in parts. I mean, the first bit with Stone Cold stunning Vince and Shane and not saying a word was alright. Plenty of nostalgia for you there. The club joining DX in the ring and Scott Hall, because you can't have a party without Scott Hall, doing the 2 Sweet in the ring was pretty cool. Although after that, when they absolutely buried the Revival, bit unnecessary. I feel sorry for those people that were in the Manhattan Center because, well, they had to watch most of the show on a big screen and have like 4 segments interspersed throughout 3 hours. And yeah, although they did have the Undertaker, which was also a bit because he didn't say much. He said he talked for about 3 minutes and didn't reveal anything. Yeah, poker game was fun, and it led to a match which immediately led to the Dudley Boys coming back for a show. Again, not bad. But it could all have been so much better. And where was Lita? They introduced all the women that were they did mention it was some of the greatest female wrestlers on Raw. And Lita wasn't there, despite being a Hall of Famer. Bit weird. Daniel Bryan, when he was introduced with some of the general managers, was also pretty cool because The Miz did the face-to-face with him and possibly could be teasing a match for WrestleMania. Maybe they are going to finally let Daniel Bryan wrestle, and they're going to have to let him wrestle if they want to keep him, because his contract runs out this year. If they don't let him wrestle, I imagine he's going to go find somewhere to wrestle, such as Ring of Honor, and that'll still be pretty awesome too. Also, before I move on to the predictions, yay, Matt Hardy's gone insane again. It's Woken Matt Hardy now, and he's laughing a lot. I hope we get to see the best of Broken in Woken. I'm sure we'll find out very soon. Now, predictions wise, last time I actually made a prediction was 2 Drunk Redhead Kinda lives ago. It was for Survivor Series, where I said that Raw would win the Raw vs SmackDown Survivor Series match, and guess what? Raw won the Raw vs SmackDown Survivor Series match. I got that one right. So we ended off 2017 well. Let's start 2018 well. And I'm going to do the exact same bet I did last year, where we try and guess the final 4 in the Royal Rumble, the men's one. And if I get 2 of the 4, we count it as a win. I'm going with Nakamura, Roman Reigns, John Cena, Randy Orton. So 3 of the people I'd said probably would win it, and Cena, who hopefully will not win it. He does not need to win it. Definitely doesn't need to win it. Anyway, let's move on to that usual backyard wrestling bit that I stick on here. It is a match between BJ Barber and the Widowmaker Dim Van Dam at new and exclusive 5th edition back in the summer of 2003. Enjoy. Now, if you enjoyed the bit of speedy, heavy tunage in the background of that backyard wrestling video, you can go check out the band. It's Lugubrious Children with Trapped. And you can check out their Facebook, facebook.com/Lugubrious Children. I suggest you do, they're rather good. Since the last Drunk Redhead Kinda live, a lot of stuff's happened in football, such as 2 international competition draws. Firstly, in December, the World Cup draw. England got a decent group. There's only one hard team in there. Not like last time when we were in the group of death. This time, it's just Belgium. We play them last, so we hopefully will already be through after playing Tunisia and, for the very first time, Panama. Interesting. Also, once we get through there, if we get through there, obviously, it's not a guarantee, but once that happens, we'll be playing either Colombia, Japan, Senegal, or Poland in the second round, which is realistically beatable. So we can all hope England can make the quarterfinals. But of course, if you're not from England, which some of you might not be, there's other things to look forward to, such as Spain versus Portugal. Ooh. Germany versus Sweden, probably a decent game. They drew 4-4 a couple of years back. And well, I'm looking forward to Brazil v Switzerland for some reason. I don't know why. I think it'd just be an interesting game. Also Brazil-Serbia. That's just an interesting group. And Argentina v Iceland. I'm looking forward to that as well. Unfortunately, Nigeria got Argentina again. And that's like the 5th time in 6 World Cups Nigeria have had Argentina. The opening game is going to be Russia v Saudi Arabia, which I'm looking forward to. I don't think anyone else is, but I'm going to look forward to it because I like the opening game of a World Cup. Anyway, also, the UEFA Nations League was drawn this week. The first round, which is a group stage, is this time not quite an easy group for England, but looking at it, we probably weren't going to get an easy group anyway, because it's the 12 best teams in Europe. We've got Spain and Croatia. We just need to not finish bottom, because if we finish bottom, we get relegated to the 2nd tier and have to play teams like Wales. Ooh. Just like the Royal Rumble in wrestling, it's that time of year in football. The transfer window has burst open for a month and flooded us with some crazy transfer rumours and deals. Chelsea, they're trying to sign a big striker, so they've been linked with Andy Carroll, Peter Crouch, Ashley Barnes, Edin Dzeko, which is slightly more realistic, and apparently that one's going to happen, or not. Who knows? What deals have happened though? Virgil van Dijk joined Liverpool for 75 million. Stupid money. But Liverpool did make a lot of that back and more when they sold Philippe Coutinho to Barcelona. The trouble with the Van Dijk one is, yay, we've got a new defender. Oh, he made a mistake and we lost to Swansea because of it. Oh, Liverpool lost their first match in 3 months because of it. Oh, other deals. Alexis Sanchez went to Manchester United from Arsenal in a swap. Who swaps these days? Not many teams, I must say. And Henrik Mkhitaryan's gone to Arsenal in the same deal. But he looks like a prisoner in all the interviews and clips I've seen of him since he's joined Arsenal. It's almost as if he didn't actually want to leave Man U. Funny that. But yeah, also Theo Walcott joining Everton for like 20 million. That's weird, because it's going to be weird seeing Theo Walcott in an Everton shirt and not an Arsenal one, because he's been there for so bloody long. Finally in football, the other big thing that happens in January, in England anyway, is the FA Cup third round. And if you've seen this show before, you know I love the FA Cup. But this year, well, it's disappointing because no non-league teams are in the third round for the first time since the late 60s, which is just disappointing. So we had to make do with other shocks happening, such as Stoke losing to Coventry, which, if you think about it, 20 years ago, the opposite way round. Coventry were top division, Stoke were doing shit. And it's not quite the same, but the FA Cup fourth round is this coming weekend, and well, as far as I know, United have already beaten Yeovil on the Friday night game, and Liverpool have West Brom, and Newport have Tottenham, and big matches like that. Coventry, who beat Stoke, as I said, their prize was an away trip to Milton Keynes, so I think realistically we could even see Coventry in the fifth round for the first time in God knows how long. Games! There's lots of them, isn't there? I've got quite a few. Well, I had quite a few, sell some occasionally to pay for others. And, of course, last Drunk Redhead Kinda Live, I gave some awards out saying which ones my favourites and not favourites and stuff. Well, this time on Drunk Redhead Kinda Live, I'm going to give you a list of games that I'm looking forward to playing or looking at on videos on YouTube in 2018. To my hashtag FuckTonNotes. So yes, first up, Monster Hunter World, or Monster Hunter's World. It's actually out today, so I don't have to look forward to it for too long. It's going to be there. It looks pretty interesting. A massive open world where you hunt monsters in third person. That's my kind of game. Massive open world, third person. I'm winning. It's winning me over straight away. Also, Sea of Thieves. This one's actually first person, which I don't really enjoy normally, but it's one of those massive multiplayer games on console where you're a pirate and you go around being a pirate, which sounds pretty cool. Go around looting things in your pirate ship. Yar. Fun times, although it's made by Microsoft, which doesn't guarantee it'll be a good game. A Way Out, which I believe I mentioned last year when I covered E3 for like 5 minutes, like I usually do, where you play one of two people who are trying to escape prison, and you're both doing two separate things while working together. So one person could be on a cutscene, and the other guy could be sitting there watching you in that cutscene while doing something else, which is pretty cool. Also, something I mentioned from E3 last year, I believe, State of Decay 2, open world, third person zombie game. Like it. Nice. Crackdown 3, which has been, they've been saying that's coming out for about 3-4 years now. I remember Crackdown 1. It was awesome. You could beat the hell out of people and build yourself up and beat the hell out of people harder. Well, now you can knock down buildings in Crackdown 3. Like I said, they said that 3 or 4 years ago, so I'll believe it when I actually see it. But when I actually see it, I hope it's going to be awesome, because I'm looking forward to it. Red Dead Redemption 2. Don't really need to say too much about that. Everyone's going to be looking forward to that. GTA in the Wild West, and the graphics are going to be unbelievable on the next gen consoles, aren't they? Soul Calibur 6. I only found out that was coming out this year earlier. It was, yay. Soul Calibur. Everyone loves Soul Calibur. Apparently it's like a 20th anniversary edition. Makes it even better, because they're going to put like classic characters in, probably as DLC or so. Obviously the usuals. FIFA 19, WWE 2K19. I'll be looking forward to them, because I always do. And also, finally, Jurassic World Evolution. It's like SimCity with dinosaurs. Or theme park with dinosaurs. I'm on board. Hell yeah. Another thing that maybe I'll look forward to, I won't probably get it myself because I don't have a Nintendo Switch, but is the Nintendo Labo. Looks weird. Cardboard stuff. Using it to play games. The only one that really looks awesome is the backpack one where you're smashing things with a robot. But yeah, weird. Seems interesting. Remember last year I did the Drunk Redhead World Cup, where it was computer versus computer on FIFA 17, and we eventually got a winner. It lasted from July to November, and well, there was plenty of views on the videos, so I guess people enjoyed it. Well, we're going to do it again, possibly the football one later in the year, but before that, we're going to have the Drunk Redhead Wrestling Classic. It's kind of like the same thing, but it's wrestling. It's computer versus computer, and it's kind of like a World Cup. More will be explained a little later on when I actually post the videos, but of course I'm actually going to record everything first, because when I didn't record everything first for the Drunk Redhead World Cup, it was kind of a nightmare getting everything done on time. So this time I'm, thinking ahead. But there's been some interesting results, let's just say that. As I said, rules will be explained later on. Now, 5 great things, why not? 5 great, horrible, annoying, difficult bosses from Cuphead.
A great slam and then some. It's on. This match will get red hot. It's on. This match will get red hot. You're up. Here's a real high-class bout. Here goes. A great slam and then some. Now go.
We have arrived at the section of the show where I like to recommend you some music that you may have never heard before, that you may love. And for this edition, it's no different. We're starting 2018 off strong with Cybernetic Witch Cult, Troglodytic Trip. And yeah, released in May of last year, Troglodytic Trip is an awesome mix of stoner, doom, prog and good old-fashioned rock and roll. Opening track, Sagittarius A Star, I think it's called that, or Sagittarius A, I don't know, is a pulsating piece of awesomeness, as is the second track after it. Forbidden Fruit in the middle starts off sounding like a song from Vikings the TV show, which is not a bad thing, and then builds into an awesome track. Also mentioning other songs, final track, Tyrannosaurus Hex, rounds it all off in style, and it's a massively awesome 6-track EP, mini album, whatever you want to call it. It's brilliant, and if you go over to their Bandcamp page, you can get it for a most agreeable price, and pay a little bit more, you get a little bit extra. There's some pretty decent stuff on there that you can get for more money, so give them some of it and get yourself a t-shirt or something. Go on, do it. If you want to check them out, links to everything will be, of course, on their Facebook page, facebook.com/Cybernetic Witch Cult. Unfortunately, we are finished with another edition of Drunk Redhead Kinda Live. I hope you've enjoyed episode 27. 28 probably won't be available until like 6-7 months time, because that's how long it takes me to do things. Only joking, of course. It'll be available next month at some point, probably at the end. But if you are missing us between these editions, you can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Drunk Redhead. And if you fancy helping us out, putting a bit of cash towards the cause, you can on Patreon, patreon.com/Drunk Redhead. And if you do that, there's some additional football videos, classic matches done in the same style as the World Cup videos that you can gain access to, which is nice. Also, you can buy a t-shirt if you want, or just look at them and think they look shit. You can do that at drunkredhead.dizzyjam.com. They are very well made. Whether or not the design's good is up to you. Also, if you like crisps and like reading about crisps, you can head over to a Twitter page that I'm helping contribute to, #GoodCrisps. It's at HTGoodCrisps. A link to all of these, of course, will be in the description below, along with all the bands, as I will mention again in probably a minute. Speaking of bands, let's put another one on for you to end the show. This is Mordrake with Rumours, Myths and Legends, Kinda live at the Thekla in Bristol, possibly in 2015. I'm not sure, there wasn't a date on it. But yeah, if you want to check them out, you can. Facebook.com/Mordrake Official. As I said, a link to all the bands, including this one and all the other ones, and all the stuff I've just mentioned there, will be in the description below. Until next time, bye bye.
Through this time, and you see your demons lie.